Go down to the comments below to see the link for the 2021 Moon Guide. This will help you tune into the energies of your chart for the entire year. And then when you watch your moon horoscopes with me, you really will be collaborating with the cosmos. Welcome to the full moon happening March 28th in the sign of Libra. So before we get into your individual horoscopes, I just want to explain how this works. Your horoscopes are written for your rising sign, which indicates the part of your chart that's being triggered or activated under this light. And also your sun sign, which speaks to your path of becoming. So you're going to want to watch both your rising sign and your sun sign horoscopes. Now this full moon, March 28th, is happening again in the sign of Libra, which is the element of air. So it's bringing in a free-flowing energy and a little bit of ease alongside Chiron and Venus. So it really is offering a healing light. So you're going to want to pay attention to your emotions because it's creating space for new ways of seeing yourself. Now this full moon is halfway through the cycle that began with the new moon in Libra back on October 16th, 2020. So you're going to want to see what's transpired since October and how your intentions that you sent back at that time are manifesting. This full moon really is speaking to healing your issues of self-identity and releasing the expectations of others. So the root of all evil is not money. The root of all evil is expectations. Stay with me until the end here because I do pull oracle cards to see what messages want to come through to you from the universe. I've already pulled 2 to illustrate the energies. A full moon is a time to surrender to the divine. In Libra is speaking to balance. We want to have a win-win outcome for both parties, ourselves and others. Again, so we'll pull some oracle cards at the end to get what your individual message is. We have the sun in the sign of Aries and the moon opposite, reflecting the light of the sun from Libra. So Libra is the part of the chart that rules where we connect with others, and Aries is the part of the chart where we start. It's where we begin. This is your I am energy. So this is identity of self and how you project yourself out into the world. The sun is together in the sign of Aries with Venus, which is your self-worth. It's everything that you love and value. And Chiron is also present. We're going to really go into what Chiron means here because this full moon is offering a healing light. I'm calling this your cosmic medicine cabinet. Libra is the sign where we learn to see ourselves through others. So Libra is the great cosmic mirror. And Chiron isn't a planet. Chiron is an asteroid that travels between Uranus and Saturn. And Chiron in astrology represents your greatest wound that ends up becoming your greatest gift. This is where you find your medicine. So Chiron is the wounded healer. In mythology, Chiron was a centaur who could heal others but not himself. So the wound remained unidentified. He didn't know he was wounded. And our path to healing is the path that we walk through this life. It's not one destination point. You don't just wake up one day and become magically healed. Your path to healing is ever changing and ever evolving. You have to go through stages. So Chiron represents the wound, and it also represents the archetypes that help us move through healing and get us through this path of becoming whole. So the first archetype that we just discussed was the wounded healer. This is where the wound remains unidentified. We don't know that we're hurting. Once we discover that we've got a wound and we're hurting, we don't understand where it came from, so we seek out the second archetype, which is a shaman, and is someone who can help point the way towards the root of the pain. So a shaman is someone who travels between worlds. They go all the way down to the depths of hell and then back up to heaven to find the root pain and bring it back down to you here on earth so that you can do something with it to heal it. They help you identify the pain. Once you know where the pain is or what the pain is from, you can move to the next stage through the next archetype, which is an alchemist. An alchemist is someone who helps you transmute that pain and heals the pain. You are the alchemist. You heal the pain. When it's in Aries, Chiron is teaching us that this wound, where we hurt, is related to our sense of self. It's related to our self-identity. So somewhere along the line, our sense of self was hurt, and we may have illusions around who we are. This full moon here is really reflecting a healing light that's bringing to the surface or illuminating something that needs to be let go of and surrendered in order to find healing. So it's kind of like that medicine cabinet. When you see your self-reflection and you look past behind that reflection, you reach into the medicine cabinet to find the medicine that will help you heal. So we have the sun opposite the moon with Chiron and Venus. This is your power. The moon is reflecting the light of your inner world. The sun is your power alongside your self-worth and your ability to heal. Chiron represents your greatest wound and, again, your greatest gift. This is your medicine. This is where you find your medicine and learn to use it. So the path that you will walk, the path of your becoming, is also a path of healing. We all entered this world with some sort of wound that needs healing throughout our lifetime here. This is what Chiron represents. Now, the full moon is 2 weeks out from the new moon that occurred in Pisces 2 weeks ago. If you haven't already looked at your horoscopes from that, you can see that in the playlist here. Look for your new moon horoscope so you can refresh yourself about the intentions that you set under that new moon, because the full moon is bringing to surface emotions and highlighting things that need to change in order for you to manifest those intentions. Now, we still have Neptune in Pisces, and Mercury is joining Neptune. Mercury rules our mind and our way of thinking. Neptune is our connection to spirit. Neptune is responsible for our spiritual development, which is explained more in those new moon horoscopes. But right now, these two together really are supporting the ability to surrender. Neptune is helping us get out of our own way here and release, get past our mindset in order to come to some sort of acceptance or release illusions about our self-identity in order to heal. And Aries is all about making headway towards our desires. So in order to heal and make headway towards our desires, we need to release the things that are getting in the way. Now, Libra is the sign, again, that rules relationships. This is where we connect with others in order to see ourselves better. So perhaps there's something about relationships that need to be changing here. And under the light of that new moon 2 weeks ago, it was really inviting you or inspiring you to manifest relationships differently, to dream a new dream as far as the way you relate with others. Okay, Leo, so this light of this full moon is activating your third house in the zodiac. So the third house represents your immediate surroundings. It's the way you think and interact with those closest to you. So it means your siblings, because those are the first ones who teach us about relating with others. They help us see ourselves. And also our neighbors. You might have a heightened awareness around the way you think and communicate with those who are closest to you. You're being invited to heal maybe some of these relationships or check yourself about maybe the way you are projecting. Aries is the sign that teaches us how to project ourselves. And so when we're doing that with the opposite energy here of Libra, we often end up projecting our own issues onto the other person in order to bring it to light and to awareness. So there might be some relationships between those closest to you, your siblings or neighbors, where you've been projecting your hurts onto them. The light of this full moon is asking you to check yourself and heal that. Offer up and surrender, ask for help and guidance in healing anything that needs resolution here. Any patterns of behavior that block you from relating to others in a good way will be highlighted now. What messages do you have for Leo in regards to healing, their self-identity, through the projection of others. The answers you need are coming, and some adjustments are required. And it's time to release negativity. If there's anything you've been harboring in relationships with others, now's the time to surrender and let that shit go. Thanks for tuning in, Leo.